yana ga fa mana kwa ba ba yana gimeji ya to ne no kwa rin chimedi no kwa rin chimedi rehwed izina odado onani. You are welcome to our show, a show that the bitter truth. Today, what we are bringing to you is about the difficulties that some Ghanaian students studying in Morocco are going through as a result of His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo Bawumia NPP government's failure to pay their scholarship bursary. This has led to a lot of difficulties and a challenge facing the Ghanaian students studying in Morocco. Thus is what this show, the bitter truth, we want to discuss about. Yes, not quite too long ago, we all remember His Excellency the Vice President, Dr. Alhaji Mahamudu Bawumia, who described himself as a driver's mate. Being a driver's mate, he is not able to take certain decisions, critical decisions that would have inured to the benefit and the development of Ghana or to better the lives of the citizens of this country. Here, His Excellency the Alhaji Mahamudu Bawumia, our Vice President, who doubles as the flag bearer for the New Patriotic Party, the governing New Patriotic Party, made Ghanaians to understand that all the difficulties that the citizens are going through, the economic hardship that they have brought onto the people, and cannot be laid at his doorstep because he doesn't take what a final decision. He is what a vice president. He describes himself as a driver's mate. A driver's mate doesn't take decision. Final decision doesn't lie on a driver's mate. Yes, partly we may agree, but we just want to remind His Excellency the Vice President, Dr. Alhaji Mahamudu Bawumia, the flag bearer of the governing New Patriotic Party, that when he was going around campaigning and he got to Benue East and went to brag that yes, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo Bawumia NPP government really institute the nursing training allowance, which was cancelled by the former administration under the leadership of John Dramani Mahama. He went and boasted with it. That is an achievement His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo Bawumia NPP government chalked for themselves, that they brought to themselves, and urged the students by asking them, can you trust the nursing training award in the hands of former President John Dramani Mahama? He expected them to respond no, and they also did that. After His Excellency Bawumia, who told Ghanaians that he is a driver's mate, also Oyo Oshankenyi Nebuafo, Oyo mate, Oyo Oshankenyi Nedaminti Omampenyin Ejection, Dr. Alhaji Mahamudu Bawumia, Onusukura ya Frankato Nizima NPP Amanyoku Nenen, Magana for what I said, Ahuchira, Omampenyin Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo Bawumia NPP Aban Zamba to Ghana for Monedenen. One to Mofano Afobo in Faman, no Afodenen, Onyada Wadi Mono Bawumia, or send them on your Vice President, or say, or your driver ni meet. Ono on take decision. Decision be a it's a she be a and the Montu be a abandoning tuning. Ono nipping Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, or Mampenyi, ono and over the mitumin, ono Bawumia, only the mitumin, need the minting, or Magana Fata say them. Say, oh, oye blame be, you was so movie, yet oye abanana, on your unknown Vice President, Dr. Alhaji Mahamudu Bawumia, na also the yet the Muslim Bonaban. Na za all package Ghana fanny there, Sagana for whom we're Sagana for whom we're quite a team, Sagana for whom you may go, Sagana maybe you may ya, and you know, no, said what's the Sumbo was the one. There was some boy young from Kobo or Mampenyi, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Or Mampenyi Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo Narangas so called Meshebegum. Now all the state of the nations address it to Guadana. Or Magana Fata said that yes, Bawumia and you know, or take the decision. I mean, no, Paka Chagana for the said Bibia, young for no asovenan, no assocanen, young for more ono or Mampenyi Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Then so on Cherry, Vice President Omagana Foyeta said that. Oye Oshankenyi meet onya the president decision be oha ono on to me take and you no o take nenen oko bono is no only nurse esuafo kedin komo opodwe no num kire hon there yes former president John Dramani Mahama nursing training allowance wotwem na omampanyin na adodan kwa akufa adoba bia NPP aban won na wasa no wode be me da minti nenen wonhwe na ayemreso oye December 7 da wonto amama oye ono baumia NPP na all catch anobisa nursing training esuafo ide anyenye biara obotum wodi oye nursing training allowance ahye oye omampanyin John Dramani Mahama ninsema o sende bibi abasenen na wetwa oye nursing training allowance no na oye nanade dan kwa akufa de baumia NPP aban na wasa no wodi be ono odwe nenum nyina esuafo no ma no kwa modwe nenum ye na ono me fa nenum guase nyina afementi nenene o de nenum nyina na ne wefi no ho dai wodi allowance no be nenen wodi ka wonchia mesuafo nenene wa akwa ahokyere mu mfie baasa na nombere o ka sey na akonya ba de esuafo no wombisa ne wuraba kakakukwebi oso akasafunu no gina ono bisa baumia de ampa wodi nursing training allowance wodi bay na abofo so wa ko school almost mfie baasa kapre bampo na na de dan kwa kufa de bom yan pipa ba wo nyansa wenchio ba wo nyansa wodi oye the student nursing training allowance wodi bay o nyansa odi dwane nim ri chino hunda wana wasa wodi bay odi ye campaign dem no ba ye hyiafo come December 7 wasa wa to abaman imi raba de bi sen bay ya be school mfie baasa yin akada pen ina nakakra bi na we school omampanyin na ade dan kwa kufa do bom yan pipi aban sabio nursing training na allowance gina simpedo ejo we ni kaprampo wonchie na daban ina buchie yan sikana amanyen ezikawa ochia sejebi kawa inu nyansa na echia dem no ba nyipa no so no ho atan ono de na nabi no gina ho okita akasamu na aframen bisa asem na nabi ni nyina aye jon ni ma aye kew enyim gwa asakan vice president Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bamia onu so kran pon enyima na onji da mbele so de ya no ose oh ni nyim de omambe na de dan kwa gufado Bamia MVP aban ye de hom kawo nchie yo saka mate minya bukodun krampe minyi minister of finance bakasa na akawa yede ni ahwe na wechi ampa oba ni dapen nature onye nice edwumayefo eku okubata na wogana keje ehie dwumedi biase na ho no together onye finance minister akasa ema we release aban eyisika 177 million cedis there nursing training na allowance awodi won kawo nanan ifie basa na numburi ni won fonchi kawo ni bi say yo Ghana fo dan kwonwe bi so mampanyin abedechi Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia MPP Frankatonia also oye mate ne da minti sa hochi bi wo Ghana fo hono do a na wa asembisa mama won bisa nene enda mate enye otum onye finance minister kasa ema kawa wode ne wochia na ano na oye no kwonwe gireji ebisa Bawumia na na do dan kwa kofa do MPP abande yana mo fama Ghana mo fama wa mo scholarship na wo Morocco na won kosuade na wode won ka busu udu ekodi akọ wonchie wonnam daminti otu oye mo fama binum sunu nenene anyenye biara mate otum oma directors mo wochia nursing training student allowance ni we part payment nenene sabio ye bisa oye Bawumia akufo ado omampanyi na omampanyi na bedechir MPP Frankatonia Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia drivers mate dabe nebuchia oye mofama wa Morocco nen woni sikane de amahwan ansa na yebache hena adwen yanko ninkete ensama ofi ehyiafo binum hona wonen video waya wode bedu Ghana woche awofo wonu Ghana fo wohu ye bisa anyenye biara omampanyi na ado dan kwa kofa de Bawumia the drivers mate ana wehu ana ohun ya yeyi bi acho nti yana hwefo yanko na yanko tei.
We are pleading with the government of Ghana to come to our aid. As ladies here in this country, we are not even able to afford like the basic needs, sanitary pads, and the waste of it all is like your parents will send you money and it gets here, it's nothing. You can't even. We are pleading with the government of Ghana to come to our aid. As ladies here in this country, we are not even able to afford like the basic needs, sanitary pads, and the waste of it all is like your parents will send you money and it gets here, it's nothing. You can't even.
You know the phone saying they be Dr. Laji Mahmoud Bawumia. The driver's mate, the so-called driver's mate, who wants Ghanaians to understand that he is a vice president. He doesn't take final decision. Therefore, if there is any blame, he ought not to be blamed, but the blame should be given to the president, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, the so-called self-acclaimed competent president. We want to ask, we just heard some of the Ghanaian students studying in Morocco, those who are on scholarship, that His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia, the so-called driver's mate, who at a point can give directives to the finance minister to pay 177 million cedis to settle their indebtedness to the nursing training students. The same students, Ghanaian students, who are not in this country but in a foreign country, Morocco, far away Morocco, this government, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo Bawumia NPP government, they claim to be competent enough. They thank the former administration to be competent. 10 to 11 months, the scholarship bursary has not been paid. We just had a female student saying because of that, the difficulties that they didn't pay or buy sanitary pad. A Ghanaian female student in Morocco crying, they do not have money to buy sanitary pad. We are asking His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo Bawumia. You didn't hear that? The video that came into this country, the difficulties, the challenges that the Ghanaian students on scholarship studying in Morocco, the challenge that they are going through, has Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo Bawumia, the NPP government, have they seen this video? Have they chanced on this video? Truth is bitter. We are just asking and reminding the driver's mate, Bawumia, Sabi, if Omampenyi Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo wamba mesiamba, and the Ghana former one on scholarship, the Ronko Shianzi, Morocco. The Sikaka Kaka, also the money children, one won't you know the minty? Also, when I say Messiafo, a share for one. What's the one I say? They are one to a monsoon sanitary pad. I'm a woman, sir, where your brother was a shower. Nobody says a woman. I'm a one son up or the what's it? We Messica in front of your sanitary pad. Now, there is a day, and you wear a man paying another uncle Akufo-Addo. Oti, or Mondays Yamba. My beautiful Rebecca, or man paying another Akufo-Addo. No work for. Or my near Batampa Rebecca. Za woman wants to Morocco Warakan and Awati and a Bawumiati. What is the response that Bawumia Oroma, a so-called driver's mate, also, only to Nansu or to Madaratis Mawuchia nursing training and allowance? Only is it a case there? Only the nursing training students who are done over to Aba, they are managing upper boat into Sabi Ono or to Madaratis Ma, which ya. Yanamo from our Morocco. No one watching one. Onam Sika Abanu, a coward one on 20, want to monitor sanitary pardon. Yabisa, and you are Omampenyi Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo Bawumia. NPP Abana with your money in was when you say. They are so competent in an Dabet, Mobuchia, Mofomani Monica, when you do that to sanitary pad. And then the Minty also went to 150. One was as a water, wait to one. They bring a one school what they call addition Warishia, walk on Roko the Wunko and Oya Abawan. As someone called me this on my pain and Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo there. And in your bearer, Ordinum, Yanamo from you. Odwin Oho atete amanihu konanda oyele a wode abra oye Ghana adehye Ghana mofoma wana wode wana komoroko da wonko suade wa ma won scholarship sebi o ana orete asema no call we bi se amampanyi Nana Adedankwa Akufo-Addo Bawumia NPP aban onyi Daban no obuchi Bawumia, come and respond, come and assure the student, release the stipends, the scholarship bursary, so that our Ghanaian students who are going through challenge, who are going through difficulties studying in Morocco, because His Excellency Nana Adedankwa Akufo-Addo Bawumia NPP government has failed to pay for over 10 months scholarship bursary, Ghanaian student faces ejection. Ghanaian student faces dismissal from their various schools because His Excellency, the self-acclaimed competent His Excellency Nana Adedankwa Akufo-Addo Bawumia, NPP government's failure to pay scholarship bursary to the Ghanaian students they are going through. We just heard a female student saying that they do not even have money to buy a common sanitary pad. The question, the bitter truth, we are asking our president, Nana Adedankwa Akufo-Addo Bawumia, have they heard the cry of the Ghanaian scholarship students in Morocco? The challenge, the difficulties they are going through. This is the bitter truth. Truth is bitter, but when it is told, it heals. It must be told. You are watching the Bitter Truth Show. Bawumia claimed he is a mate. He is a mate, yet he was able to engage the finance minister to pay or release 177 million cedis to settle part payment of the nursing training allowance. We are asking Bawumia, the driver's mate, a driver's mate who at one time want Ghanaians to believe that he does not have the mandate, he doesn't have the power to carry certain action. So if there is any blame, if Ghana's economy is started, if Ghana's economy is crashing, we ought not to blame him. If there is any blame, we should blame Nana Adedankwa Akufo-Addo, the president. Just listen. Yet he has the mandate, he has the power to dialogue with or engage the finance minister to release 177 Ghana cedis. This is the bitter truth. We are only asking, when is the scholarship bursary for students abroad will be settled? This is what we are asking on behalf of the people.
Take us as people, why should you leave your country and come to this place and suffer? But it's not our fault. We were sent here by the government on a scholarship. Brilliant but needy students. The people you see behind me are people from very needy homes, and they got a government scholarship to come and stay. Now it has been more than 10 months. We are going to the 11th month without our stipends. We live in a country where rent is $120 per month. That's the cheapest you can get at a place without security. But we manage to live there because even the stipends we are having is not enough. Now it has been almost 11 months without the stipends. The question is, how do we survive? Our landlords are chasing us from our apartment. Some of us are sleeping with our friends. Some of us are sleeping outside. Imagine sending your daughter to an Islamic country to come and study for 10 months without sending him money to pay his rent. How do you want us to survive? There are people having debts and they are chasing them. And people are depressed. The last time we had someone who nearly committed suicide. We are asking you, maybe you might say that we are making noise. This is not noise. This is not a story we are telling. This is not a narrative. This is what we are going through. Our lives are in danger. We are begging you, wherever you are, Mr. President, we are begging you. If you don't come in, there will be blood on your hands. We are begging you. If you don't get paid in less than 1 week, there will be blood on your hands. Wherever you are, please cry for us. We don't have families here. You are home. At least you have somewhere to sleep. If I was home and I'm hungry, I can go to my father's house and sleep. I don't have anywhere to sleep. And I can't go to school. I came here to stay, but I don't go to school because there is nothing we are begging you, please. Some people are already chased from their apartments and they are sleeping outside. And next week, we don't know what is happening to the rest of us who are hosting some of our friends. So please, we are begging you, come in for us. Mr. President, we beg you. If you don't come in, there might be blood on your hands. We beg you.
Yatsi, oye, Ghana Shiafonene. A Shiafonene will be carrying soon. A catcher on Montpellier, Nana Ado, Tampa, Ekufu, Ado. A so-called self-acclaimed competent president with Dr. Alhaji Mahamoud Bawumia, who claimed to be driver's mates, and those were driver's mates because of the post. Ghanaian students on scholarship in Morocco are now kneeling in public space on the streets in front of Ghana's embassy in Morocco. They are asking that, look, if President Anyanwu Bibia, there will be blood on His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo Bawumia's hands or on their heads. Hey, Mayanka, Oman Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, truth is bitter. Look, I don't think he's scared of what blood being on his head. During the election, okay, and Ayawaso a wagon by election, there were shootouts which were being and Mojo. Techiman, look, during the election, there were about 8 Ghanaian lives that were lost. His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo has never uttered a public statement on that. Ghanaians do not know government position on those deaths. He is not bothered to even let the police now warrior investigations and military. Up to now, the needs are racing. As a president, a concerned and a so competent president, a president who cares about the lives of those people, their families in it, by now they would have taken an action. Into Nuko, winning the very kind of maintaining another rank for the second bloodshed on his head or on his hands. It is not a new thing, it's not something new to him. On Nyanza or Bodden, look, and yet this is not the first time obviously into Sabi. Look, Eja, so will you there, Wanya Washia, Moja, Bubunitido, one Moja, baby, say, wait to Crofo, what the baby a bamboo you, Ganam, by yet one up on the one Koshianjo. Now, the baby, someone paying another for the Bob, young people are banging day. Look, saying Chuma, one or sumo. It is not compulsory, it's not mandatory. Obian sumo, Magana for me, what's 1 minimum, no words when you hear, when you are all footy, when you're there, when you are all footy. Only intimate puts a bibia, or bet you wire then, while coffee, and you were woman on bill. All your nursing training students all Ghana, ha, bibia what you mark coffee, no. Only Bawumia Amokon there, what the canoe was way 177 million cedis with each year. You no more from our own Morocco, the way see Bawumia, ho, your magic in it, driver's mate, Otumo Yinkonia, Konoko Yinkonia, na Kawanin Wunchia, or one second common. Now one won't tell one, and which are well coming want to be some dinner one and at them of like that. When you eat today, as some gear, where the Shiazi. Injustice when Shia, one Muja, Bobu one answer. Nantaya Kende, on my brain and Akufo-Addo, we don't think that he's scared of bloodshed on his hand or on his head. This is not the first time. In Yabana, the old canal be singing into Sabi, no mum no call me your panachow. On my brain and Akufo-Addo, call no coachia called my family when it's a came on. No one won't to one Shianzi. You may die, or you no call me Jumedi. We are just making a passionate appeal to His Excellency the President, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo Bawumia, the self-acclaimed competent president and appointees, that they should go find money and pay the students, those Ghanaian scholarship students studying in Morocco, and the challenge that they are going through, so that at least their difficulties can be resolved. You need what? A clear conscience. You need a good psychological mood to study. Look at the trauma that we are taking these students through. and they are claiming that if nothing is done, there will be bloodshed on the hands and the heads of His Excellency Nana Addo Akufo-Addo. The bitter truth want to say that this is not the first time. As for His Excellency Nana Addo Akufo-Addo, we don't think he's scared of bloodshed on his head. During Ayawaso West God, there were bloodsheds. During the election 2020, 8 people lost their lives. We have not heard a concrete statement, decision, steps that this government has taken, let alone to see how those family members left behind are surviving. So this is not the first time there's going to be a bloodshed on the hands of His Excellency the President. The bitter truth, we don't think this is what will scare him, but we are just making a passionate appeal that let's pay the stipends, the bursary, the scholarship bursary, so that those students can have peace of mind to study.
We heard from the Embassy of Ghana in Morocco that the leaders have picked it up, and there have been movements in the scholarship secretariat. But then, as in the concrete message, we still don't have a concrete message, as in we are releasing the money, or the money will be released in this date and that date. So prior to that, I don't think we have any verdict on the date of releasing of the money.
And that's quite serious. Is it not? I mean, based on at least the fact that you were expecting something more than just assurances.
About 10 months now. However, if this month ends, we are already in 29th, so it will be 11 months. Very serious. That's getting to a year. That's a year of not being paid, of stipends, of monthly allowance, of students on scholarship, government scholarship.
I see. But how have you been coping? I mean, because you're saying that it's been almost 11 months. So at the end, by end of May, it will be 11 months that you haven't received the stipends. So you there, I mean, the Ghanaian students, how have you been coping?
It's a struggle. We are really struggling. The students are really going through a lot. As I said in my previous videos, we are not coping well. The students are not coping well. There are a lot of students that are sick, that have not been able to receive correct medical attention. You know, there are some students that are having some issues with the police because their cards have not been renewed. You know, we have students that have abandoned their final year projects because of lack of stipends. We have students that have to walk for miles from their houses to the place of studies. If I give example, like let's say from Kaswa to Kaneshi, people walk that miles before they get to the destination of studies. We have students that barely eat once a day before they go to sleep. The situation is very, very critical, and we have students that are always, you know, crying. They are always crying. They call me on a call, and it is just tears upon tears upon tears because of what they are going through. Some are ladies, and you see what they are going through. It's very, very disgracing when you see, or it's very, very somehow very sad when you see a lady, you know, asking a guy for money for sanitary pads and certain stuffs. You know, it is very, very very sad in such situations. And so when you come here, the students are not actually coping well. They are not actually coping well. So
Yate, abontie ya na wo yete da waka say. Oye Dr. Emmanuel Aiti, oye the president, the president of the Ghanaian Association, the Ghanaian Student Association in Morocco. Wo yete da waka say, only the president of Ghanaian Student Association in Morocco, Dr. Emmanuel Aiti, na hwen samoleka de Ghana ma a wodo aban zwana ko Morocco de wonko suanze obi to mananto tebe ifi kaswa eze ko kaneshi enanto dem connecting from kaswa zeko oye kaneshi o send onisika odibofo shen osede onanto mmesiafu onisika wodeto oye amonse monase amonse sanitary pad obimu ose sisera woni bambofo wodum wo issue won some osana look oya Arab country hausa for Morocco Arab country sabi ntumuko ninkadi semhu ho onte be Ghana woni wadzimbra yejuma papa oya Islamic countries nenen wadzimbra wadze yejuma onte be Ghana just Ghana man wo hore chi won wo ho ebinum yayara won tumukwa yare sabia osende woni sika almost busumi Africa ho a busum bibia ko afiko ina mampeli na na don kokufa do ba obian pipi aban wodi mofo me ko bu ho sebe ne won nyanse ntua won ka won tumi ntua scholarship bursary kaka osede wodi ma wonen won tumi won ntua wamma mofo me wo hu wo chire won eyi ina no kwari ye bisa eyi na no kwari bisa de anyenye biara omampanyin na na dan kwa kofo do ba me MPP mpanyifo wate aso mpanyifo wo Ghana omani mu za mofo me welcome video wo wode boto Ghana anna wate the religious institutions civil society dumokuabo aso mpanyifo the voice, who should be the conscience of society, who should be the voice of the voiceless. Zayebi said the Juma Watsi, the traditional media, this is what we should take up, and we should be echoing, knocking at the door of His Excellency Nana Adedankwa Akufo-Addo, the president, to ask what are they doing about it for those students, Ghanaian students suffering in someone's country, far away Morocco. These are the things the media should be highlighting, should be knocking at the door of the president, at the door of the government. Sabi, insulin, yansha dan today, nuhu inya oye the Ubejuma, a so painful our minimum. The Catholic Bishop Conference. I am a Catholic. Let me start with them. The Catholic Bishop Conference, what is their stand? Have they seen those videos? Have they heard the cries of the Ghanaian scholarship students, the difficulties they are going through in faraway Morocco? What is the position of the church? What is the voice of the church? This is the Bitter Truth Show. This is how far the self-acclaimed competent in Nana Adedankwa Akufo-Addo MPP, they have reduced Ghana's image in the eyes of the international community. This is how far the so-called self-acclaimed president Nana Adedankwa Akufo-Addo MPP government, they have reduced the international image of Ghana in the eyes of the international community. This is how far they have brought our image. The reputation of the country. This is how far the self-acclaimed competent Nana Adedankwa Akufo-Addo they have brought this country to. This is the Bitter Truth Show. The show you are watching is the Bitter Truth Show. Or you know, calling Jumidi in an area.
When we started, it was we're told to just hold on. The money will be paid very soon. And then we got to hear, as the president, I got to hear that there had been a delay due to the changes in the finance minister or in the finance ministries. And so we had to wait for a while. And then now we are being told also that there's a warrant that has to, be given and stuff. It's a whole lot of messages that we've been hearing. And so it is messages upon messages upon messages, and all of them has not yielded to anything as at now.
Say, and someone President America, Dr. Emmanuel Aitese, when you penny for Ghana and penny for Banaka Samoka one trend, was in Sasa Waba, Onam the Futusan for was and the Minister of Finance, Kanofeyata has been changed into one trade. Mawada was a Adam Amin was a Biden. And yet the Finance Minister and what changing in the driver's mate, Ochimonina Kasa, and we release 177 million cities, the Wolfen Nursing Training Allowance. Let's say, I mean, there are among the honor. What they per vote into Baumia said, we will answer, we will corner for the only finance minister Kasa. Honor so your driver's mate, he doesn't take decision. Honor Baumia, honor vote into him, which money finance minister Kasa, but we release 177 million cedis. Now, I could somewhere and I do, I'm on a summer, work at your doctor, in the grass, some more to them. The church must rise and speak to government about the plight of these Ghanaian students, the challenge and the difficulties they are going to far away Morocco. Thus, the media, the traditional media must take this up. This is the responsibility, what the media can do to support the cause of those students out there. If we are not sycophants, we say that all the difficulties that this government has brought onto this country, the media cannot exonerate itself. The media must be blamed. They are part of the blame and the challenge that we are going through as a country. Thus is the Bitter Truth Show.
When we started, it was we're told to just hold on. The money will be paid very soon. And then we got to hear, as the president, I got to hear that there had been a delay due to the changes in the finance minister or in the finance ministries. And so we had to wait for a while. And then now we are being told also that there's a warrant that has to, be given and stuff. It's a whole lot of messages that we've been hearing. And so I will use the opportunity. First off, I greet His Excellency and every authority involved. We thank them first of all for giving us this opportunity. And we know that it is because of the opportunity that we are here. However, we are going through a lot as students here in Morocco. We are suffering. The students are going through a lot of pain. We have students that have developed some mental issues. Students that need therapy as I'm talking to you now. Students that need serious health care now, students that need money to settle their apartment issues. Some have been thrown. Just today, I had a call that a person has been thrown out of the apartment in Tonji. And so day in and day out, we hear these news. And so we beg you, all authorities involved in releasing our money, we are pleading with you to please come to our aid. If not, we would have bad news. Someone can lose his or her life, I keep saying. Or we will have people going through a lot of depression and a lot of some kind of mental illness that is irreversible. And so we are pleading with you, sir. We are pleading with, I would not want to state government or anything, but we are pleading with authorities that are involved in releasing our stipends. We are pleading with you to release it as soon as possible so that we, the students, can live at peace here, because we are not at peace. We are not happy. We are not ourselves here. And we are pleading with you that you come to our aid so that everything would go well, at least averagely well, for each and every Ghanaian student.
Yatse Dr. Emmanuel Ayite, the president of the Ghanaian Student Association in Morocco. Look at the humiliated, look at the difficulties, the narration that he was given. And we saw the Ghanaian student kneeling in front of the Ghana's embassy, the Ghanaian embassy in Morocco. And you see, the sad aspect of it is that we did not see even an embassy official, the Ghanaian officials, in that video, even trying to engage the Ghanaian students to even console them. They have no respect for human dignity. This is the bitter truth show. It's a disgrace for the country in the eyes of the international community. And we think that the bitter truth, we are urging His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, Bawumia NPP government, that if they have an image of Ghana to be restored in the eyes of the international community, they must act promptly on these issues. These are not good spectacles that should be, shown to the eyes of the international community. Thus is the bitter truth show. This is our humble plea. Once again, as we bring this presentation to a close, we are urging the church. If the church represents God and they are the voice of the voiceless, if the church is the eye for the blind, if they are the sight for the blind, if the church is the leg for the lame, then let the church act. If the media is the voice of the voiceless, if the media is the eye for the blind, if the media is the leg for the lame, let the media take this action and knock at the door of His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo Bawumia, the NPP government. They claim to be competent. They should go and solve this problem. The show you are watching is the Bitter Truth Show. You may say, "Canadian Avenue no Conwin." Sa sorry ye enyodema yanamba omanu mu adeshi awonyi nwa. Sa sorry ye inzi a osadaka sama adeshi awontuman kasa. Sa aso me ye nan zema adeshi awonyi na wotu mo nantwa. Won sorry waka onyi oman penyin Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo abanen kasa. On behalf of Yanamo from Ghana for Mba Wawa Morocco walk a which are them, then summer one opinion into Guadanan. Or you yan, or you grassy, or you fell the moment Ghana. The we are finding in our work Yanamo from would be trade war embassy minimum Canada. Then so the young embassy do my full opinion po only Mofoma Kasa, among our teacher. Zayara Kanye said in some trophy wokum ha. Waye nze zima adeshe watu mankasa waye nyo zima adeshe omaniga na adeshe ma wenye nya onwazi waye nanzima onu ndewude dwuma samtrofo bonsoro woka wonka bi nche mampanyi Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo Bawumia NPP aban na wonye bibifo na za orkodonen oye ngwase zima omaniga na yeda sebe akonya ahwe dwumeji arekwenen mudzen awanye no kwat nwen dwumeji Panyifo se no kɔrenwen ne kaya kana wanabaka no kɔrenwen yabaka yɛrekai ɔmampanyin Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo ɔka kyerɛ Ghana fo da ɔrehyɛ no ɔse adehye mba wɔwɔ Ghana ɔse homonyɛ adehye mba kronkron be citizens na mama yɛnyɛ bɛhwɛ adzefo yɛnyɛ adehye yɛnyɛ timamofo mapa na mama yɛnyɛ bɛhwɛ adzefo sɛnde ɔman Ghana ne kyekyerem nya ono omampanyin Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo nankotin no osede oye obotumaye ni the minti yenkasa. So we are citizens, we are only being citizens but not spectators. Thank you for watching the Bitter Truth Show. Stay blessed and stay out of trouble so we come your way with another authentic Bitter Truth Show. Goodbye. Yo yana ga fa yamana kwa badza ba yana gimeji ya tsole zan no kwat rin chimedi no kwat rin chimedi record izina odado onani. You are welcome to our show, a show dubbed The Bitter Truth. Today what we are bringing to you is about the difficulties that some Ghanaian students studying in Morocco are going through as a result of His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo Bawumia MPP